Alright guys, today I'd like to talk to you about this little book. Nothing unusual about it, but it is a 1962 World Atlas. I mean, as far as the book goes, it's pretty interesting. I'll go to the interesting bits. Not like the whole book isn't interesting. There we go there. Correct me if I'm wrong, that is our original position of the Milky Way galaxy, isn't it? I mean, this book has been printed since 1962, and the way I found this book was a little bit strange. I mean, I wasn't looking at it at all. Basically, the store where I found it was just lying on top of books, just there, being there, saying buy me, you know. And here's another little interesting little oddity. Correct me if I'm wrong, that's also all in the original position of the night sky before it all changed as well. I mean, granted, this book is quite old. There's the moon. So, it's by Reader's Digest. So it's not affiliated with any space agency or anything like that. And here's something. It's, like I said, it's a bit strange, this book, in a way I found it. You know, it was just lying there on top of books, on a shelf, just lying there, and it stuck out like a sore thumb for some reason. I mean, when I saw it, I got the chills. You know, like goosebumps. You know, and the way I see it, I just had to have this book. I mean, yeah, there's another interesting part. The ages of Earth. Isn't that interesting? Evolution of life as well. I mean, to me, this is pretty conclusive evidence that we have shifted at some point. Maybe it's not as synced as everybody else, but at some point in the past we have shifted, or something has happened from the 1960s and upwards. I'll get to this part in a minute. There we'll go there. This is, I know the reason why we have shifted, because these clouds right here, apparently these clouds have been around since 1960s. But how can that be? I couldn't remember seeing these clouds until recently. You know what I mean? I would say soon after January, when I started to see these clouds, that's when I first became aware of the Mandela effect. But how can that be? If this book was printed in 1960s, now they've been around since 1960s. I mean, this book here felt like if it was placed there for me to find. You know what I mean? It was just poof, it was there, so to speak. I mean, I could prove the age 1 second. in the back here somewhere. There you go. 1962, first published. As you can see right there. I mean to me, the clouds here is just what tipped me over the edge on this book. I mean, come on, these are artificially generated by chemtrails, right? There's no way these are natural formations. I mean, I've only, like I said, the rainbow cloud right there is one I just started seeing recently. And there's no way these have been around since the 1960s. You know what's strange? I've also seen TV shows, movies from 1970s and upwards seem to have chemtrail clouds in the background, which is quite odd. I mean, has the chemtrails always been here? I don't know. But the best one I've seen so far is that the movie The Good Dinosaur by Pixar. It has all them clouds in, as stated. Well, I just find it the whole thing a bit odd. Now here's something interesting. Marine life. Now isn't that interesting? Isn't it? Bird migration. It's obvious whoever written this book is Mandela affected. I'm pretty sure of it. I mean, there's no way this book can be a coincidence. And I just happened to find it quite randomly, as it were. Or was it random? Did somebody go back in time and just put it there, do you think? For me to find? Maybe that's what the Mandela effect is. Time travel. The evidence seems to point it. There's no way this book was printed in the 1960s. There you go, but it says 1962. Which is quite unusual, isn't it? To say the least. Bible lands. That's a topic for another discussion, I think. Well, this is Max signing it off. I'll catch you guys later. In the next one, I will continue to study this book and I'll share my findings, as it were. Well, like I said, this book was first published in 1962 and it shows chemtrail clouds. Now, what the heck is that all about, do you think? Are these chemtrail clouds a Mandela effect, do you think? Quite possibly. Or is the chemtrail clouds connected to the Mandela effect? Who knows? And I bet you rock bottom dollar that you guys have already started seeing these chemtrail clouds soon after you became aware of the Mandela effect. I bet you rock bottom dollar you have. Or you've been aware of the chemtrail clouds, but you've been Mandela affected and you didn't realise it. That's my theory anyway. Just a theory. Just like to point that one out. Well, Max, signing off. Catch you guys later and have a good one.